This microphone is around about £60 or dollars, and it has USB, it has XLR, it has RGB, so it's really good value if it sounds good. If it sounds rubbish, obviously it'll be no good at all. But in this video, I'll be testing it out on the XLR and USB sound quality. I'll also be taking a look at the company's SC3 mixer. At the same time, you need a interface for something like the XLR, and also be using it with the company's XLR lead at the same time. It's from FIFINE, looks like FIFINE or FIFINE, but it's actually FIFINE. So it's FIFINE by me that they sent me all this stuff for free, but it's also got to be FIFINE by them that I am still honest with my review. Just because I've got given it for free doesn't mean to say I'm going to hold back on what I think. If it's no good, I'm going to tell you. If it's great, I'll tell you that too. But mini spoiler alert, this punches way above its price bracket. So, what do you get in the box? First of all, let's take a look at the microphone. This is a AM8 microphone. Get the little user manual there. Now we have a little stand if you want to have it on your desk. That is a nice little addition there. Nice protection there, padding for the microphone, all good. Get that bit out there, and we have the microphone itself, and we have a USB lead, because if you use this on USB, all you've got to do is plug it straight into your computer and you are good to go. So, first impression of the microphone, it looks pretty nice. It feels like metal, which is nice at this price range. It's got a nice pop filter on there as well. I assume you can take that off if you so desire, but it's probably going to be better if you leave it on. And we have our little dials at the back there, which I'll explain as we use it, and you've got the RGB lights on the bottom there. Underneath we have our various connections. Right, I'm just about to plug in the microphone and try it for the first time, but one thing I noticed about the USB lead that's provided is it's actually really cool. You've got USB-C on one end, and on the other end you've got a standard USB connector, but it's on a little adapter, which is really cool. You can pop that off and it becomes USB-C. That's a really nice touch. And here is first look at the microphone plugged in. First look is really nice. It looks the part. You've got a mute button on the front there. It's touch sensitive, just got to press that and it changes between mute and unmute. On the back you've got a couple of gain controls, one for headphone and one for microphone. If you change the volumes on that, so you can do real-time monitoring through your headphones, which are plugged in underneath there. So yeah, it looks the part, but does it sound any good? Let's try it out. This is the sound of the AM8 microphone plugged directly via USB into a PC. I've heard the sound already. We're at the typical sort of distance away where you use your thumb and small finger to make a little distance marker from the edge of the microphone to your mouth. It's usually about the right distance, and this microphone does sound best actually talking directly into it. Some microphones need to be sort of upright to get the best sound. This one, you speak into it to get the better sound. There's a mute button on top. I said touch sensitive, you can't hear me, but it really is nice to use. It's very sensitive as you'd expect, and the RGB lights are a nice touch too. But the sound quality is decent. I do like the fact that upon playing this back and hearing it, there's none of those SESs, which you notice in a lot of mics, especially at this kind of price point. And the P's as well, the pop filter or the microphone itself does a really good job of not making those P's sound really poppy and horrible. Like if you say Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, from what I've heard before, it's coming through really nice without any of those kind of explosive P's. And it's even better on the XLR connection, which should give a warmer, richer sound. This is good, but the XLR should be basically even better. And let's now test those S's a bit more thoroughly. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Now let's just move back ever so slightly further while testing the sensitivity of the microphone, how much the sound drops off if you go back further than expected. And the opposite, if we get nearer than expected, how does the microphone handle it when you get maybe a little bit too close, possibly by accident. Now there is a TV on in the background giving out some slight background noise. Just going to pause for a second or two there, see if that sound was coming through, see how sensitive the mic is to picking up a background noise. Now we'll mute that entirely. So yeah, I love the fact that this mic actually is very clean sounding. There's no real hiss sound or background noise that you get from some mics, and for me it's a really nice presentation of sound. So yeah, that's the USB. Now let's test it out on the XLR. Right, so that was USB sound from this microphone. It's decent and it's good, I like it, and for most people it'll be absolutely fine. But if you can use that XLR connection, it's going to give you a better sound quality overall. It's going to be a warmer, fuller sound, and this is where something like this mixer comes into the fray. So let's open this up and see what we get inside the box. Again, we get the user manual. Have a little look at that. Our padded protection. Got a 3.5mm to 3.5mm lead there. We have a USB to USB-C connection lead there as well. Right, so here is the SC3 mixer itself. It's nice and compact. I do like the fact that it's not bigger than what it needs to be. It's not trying to impress you by being overly large and taking up your whole lap when it doesn't need to. And it's got all the connections you need. On the back there, you've got a line in, a line out, a headphone, and a microphone, as well as your XLR and USB inputs. And on the front, you've got the different sliders there for the different levels of those controls, as well as a mute button for each. And you can do things like voice changer and RGB lights as well. So really cool. Let's plug it in and see what it sounds like. Nice long 10-foot cable, feels well made, this XLR cable from the same company. I'll put links to all these things in the description below so you can check them out. Yeah, this feels like really nice quality straight away. Very good, impressed. Okay, so this is the sound on the AM8 mic going through the FIFINE SC3 mixer using the XLR cable. Now this sound quality for me is really good, and going through the mixer you actually add some versatility to it as well. Not only are you getting that really high quality XLR sound, but you can do various things with this mixer. You've got line in, line out, so you can have other sounds from another device coming in and control how loud that is via those sliders on the front. You can monitor what you're hearing yourself by this slider here to make sure you're hearing what you think you're hearing, if that makes any sense. Got various RGB lights over there just to change the overall look of the SC3. This is actually pretty cool. And then you've got these funny voice changer things here. These are a lot of fun. Let's check these out, see what these do.
So the first one changes it to a rather deep voice. You may want to use these just for fun or for just various effects in certain types of video. Let's see what the next one is.
And the next one, oh my goodness, what the hell? Oh, that's some sort of squeaky voice thing. That sounds really, really weird. But yeah, see what the next one is.
And the next one is some sort of robot. Sounds like it's having a bit of a malfunction, but yeah, hard to understand a little bit. And the next one is somebody with the deepest voice in the world. Got a majorly deep voice already. This must sound absolutely mad.
And the next one is the exact opposite. It's a really high-pitched, childlike, squeaky, minorly irritating voice. And the next one is
A voice which sounds like possibly the wisest person in the world. Ask this person any question, they will know the answer. This is the kind of voice that this gives off. Now, to get out of these things, like, by the way, lights on there light up as you cycle around the
different things, and just
Hold it down for a couple of seconds to jump out of that mode. So yeah, you can have some fun with those voice changes there. And like I say, you've got full control over all the different things, the headphone input, how loud the mic is, and the line in and things like that. So a really nice little box this. Let's do a couple of those other traditional tests. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, and she sells seashells by the seashore. Are those S's Essie, or are they nice and clear? And were the P's popping? This is a real common fault with certain mics. Those P's sounded like a mini explosion every time, which you don't want. If they're coming through clear, that's exactly what you want. And those S's, you don't want them being overly bright at the same time. Right, let's just move ever so slightly further away from the mic while talking, see how much the sound drops off, see how tolerant it is of that sort of thing, and see how tolerant it is when you get a lot closer to it. And that was the AM8 mic going into the SC3 via XLR into a PC. Now, one of the cool things about this microphone is you can use it on the PS4 or PS5 as well. And I've checked back the quality already and it does sound really, really good. Now, the reason I've checked back the quality is because the first recording I did of this, I was using the microphone in the wrong way. If you have it facing you like this, it sounds a lot better. What I did before, I'll just show it. I had it kind of the other way around, but like this. So I was talking straight into it, and as you can hear, it's actually not quite as good. It loses a little bit of quality. So do make sure that when you use it, you are speaking into it like this, because it does sound significantly better. Now, the really cool thing about this is if you have the SC3 gaming audio mixer, you can actually use this with your PS5 or PS4 as well. Simply plug in the XLR to the mixer and the mic, plug it in like USB like normal, and you can use those different functions, including those voice changer things and things like that, and have those extra controls. So with the line in and line out of this, this really adds some flexibility to what you can do with this setup, and it sounds really nice as well. Okay, so overall, what was my conclusion of this AM8 microphone and the SC3 mixer box? Well, I really love the mixer box. It's a really cool bit of kit. I love the fact that it's got all these lights on it as well. It just adds an extra dimension to it. I didn't mention that in the video, but you can press a button there on top to change the different light modes. Another nice cool feature of it. It's just a small thing, but it certainly adds to how usable and nice it is to use. The microphone itself, let's talk about that next, because that is important. The USB mode I found nice. Didn't think it was anything amazing, but it was definitely better than other USB mics that I've used that are more expensive than this. Some of those other mics, they gave like those really S's. This one wasn't doing that. It kind of suppressed all those S's that normally sound really sharp on other microphones, even at higher price points. The P's as well. A lot of other mics I've tested before in the past, or tried tested out before I decided upon the mic I'm using at the moment to make YouTube videos when using a microphone like this, because this is a shotgun mic I'm using at the moment. By the way, the Video Mic Pro I keep on referring to in this video is actually around about £180 when it was new. So getting on for 4 times more expensive than something, or 3 times more expensive rather. So a big jump in price. But what I loved about this one was how clean the presentation was. There was no background hiss whatsoever. It was really, really nice. But the XLR, for me, took the sound quality to another level completely. The USB is good, but the XLR performance on this microphone, for the money, $60, £60 is just absolutely nuts. I'm not sure you can get better than this right now for that money. At least it's the best I've tried anyway. And I've tried quite a few different mics. Absolutely outstanding performance on the XLR at this price point. Really good. And even when you consider the price of the mixer at the same time, you add that into the mix, no pun intended, and have to get a XLR cable as well. Thoroughly recommend the company's XLR cable. Works really well, 10 foot long. The build quality is excellent. You can hear the quality of the material sometimes. It's like a decent quality and not cheap. So it works really well. So even when you factor in all these different things, it still works out really, really good value, I think. So for me, I thoroughly recommend all 3 of these things. I can't recommend the mic highly enough. I think for the money, I think it's unbeatable from what I've tried so far. Absolutely wildly impressed. And again, for the money, this little box here is fantastic, and you can have a lot of fun with the sound at the same time. Those fun sound modes, which you may find a genuine use for, but for me, they're more fun than anything. But yeah, really love it. XLR cable, fantastic quality. Thanks again for Fine for sending me all this stuff. Genuinely like it. I'm not going to say it's good if I didn't think it's good, but it really is really, really good kit. Absolutely thoroughly impressed by all of it. So there's a video. If you enjoyed it, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. I'll leave links to all this stuff in the description below, so feel free to check them out. But thanks for watching, and bye for now.